Well, hello there, everybody. Well, nobody there yet, but I hope so eventually. But basically, what I want. Hold on, let me fix this quick. I'm new to this, so give me a break. Basically, what I want this to be with these live crafting sessions, I'm going to work. Oops, I need to do something quick here. There we go. Basically, what I want these live crafting sessions to be is me working on a project that I will only do on the live crafting session. That way, you can see a craft being done in real time and how I choose to do it, or whatever like that. So that's just basically what this whole live craft from the basement is going to be. I want it similar to the videos, but it's in real time, not sped up or edited or anything like that. You are going to see every single step, minus maybe some dry time, because at the end of a live stream, I may just try and get that to where it's just at the end is like the dry time, so you won't have to sit and watch that. But again, like I said, this is all just going to be live crafting. Oh, hey, Dungeons and Chronics. Yeah, I love like that Roper video. It was actually kind of fun to make those. But for what I'm going to plan on doing, I was, schlepping through Timu, as a lot of us are doing now. Basically, it's the new AliExpress or Wish, and I saw these. The giant, well, if you're using miniatures, giant fly traps. I mean, quite literally, you can fit a mini inside of it. So, uh, yeah, it doesn't matter. So, basically, what I want to try and do here with these is I want to basically make a bunch of man eating plants. So, without any extra blah 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 crap, I'm gonna actually get to it. Stupid camera. I got 5 bases here, so I guess I'm making 5 of them. What I want to do, like I said, I like these bases. I get them at Walmart. I think they're like three and a. Hey, it was conveniently placed. Three and a half, almost 3.25 inches wide. So I use them for monsters like my and stuff. But anyway, I want to build it up somewhat similar in the way I did a lot of my mushrooms. So I'm just taking random offcut chunks of foam and kind of cut them so they will actually fit close to the base. I mean, it might be quicker if I use the hot wire cutter, but what's the point? Because I'm thinking these plants are going to be a little difficult to use if I don't give them something to sit on. Because I'm in my brain at this moment, I am planning on having it around the top and then having just the mouth part sit around, and maybe some tentacles or something to get on it. Like I said, of course, that's what I'm thinking now, but who knows what I'm going to be thinking towards a later part when I'm crafting this. Again, this is all just random chunks. I know this isn't very exciting, but like I said, I wanted to do this is crafting in real time, so we'll see how long I actually do take to make some of the builds. I'm sure most of you know how long some of these builds do take, because let's face it, if you're watching one of my videos, you're crafting yourself. So, but I figured, I don't know why. I got a new camera and I want to, I've been wanting to do live streams, so I figured, why not? Just do live crafting. I mean, if Paint Minis Live can sit there and paint live and all this other people do stuff, I figured, why can't I just craft? A lot of times I'll just probably ramble about stupid crap, but who knows? But again, I'm gonna try and for this. I'm gonna try and stick with just a blade and not use. I don't know what the thing is. I don't know why, but lately, a lot I've been shying away from using the hot wire cutters. I mean, grant, I've never given up my Proxxon, but for something like this, I'm not gonna break the Proxxon out. It's just there's no real point to it. Oh, excuse me. This one. But as you can see, I'm using the bases themselves as a guide. I mean, granted, yeah, I could do that, but I don't want to deal with all the excess over the edges, and I kind of want to keep them onto the base. So, and doing it like this just makes it easy. So for fitting. Now this will not be the final shape, but this is just basically a starting point for these. Now, I actually once did do a man-eating plant once before, a long, long time ago for, I think Carl over at Carl Make Stuff, one of his challenges, I did pistachios. I basically made it kind of looked like a plant, kind of looked like a sarlacc pit almost, using a bunch of pistachio shells. But this I kind of want to. This is kind of similar to that, but I just want to kind of up the game a little. Yeah, it's too crooked. Yeah, that's straight. Like I said, this may be again. I apologize if this is boring, but real time. So once you get past this part, it does get a little better. Oh, who am I kidding? No, it doesn't. It's boring. But the whole point of this was to show everything. Screw ups, all the parts where I will try and keep the cursing down to a minimum. I know there have been times where I have cursed enough that it would make a sailor's ears bleed or explode. I don't know, but I can't really have too much music on because I gotta worry about copyright strikes. So I only plan for these sessions to be maybe like 30 to 60 minutes long. Not very long, so who knows? It's not going to get a whole lot done. You can't really. I mean, in the very beginning of crafting like this, it may seem like you get a lot done, but not really, honestly. I mean, I'm just basically getting the rough shape out. Just forward. One more! And make a big old mess. I'm just kind of looking at the top, see how flat it is. Yeah, that's good. Oh, Dungeons and Chronics. I actually did. Where are they? Last time I was in the Dollar Tree, I bought a big old bag of googly eyes because of how the one style of mushrooms you made. So I eventually will be making those kind of mushrooms. And that was the only reason I've ever bought googly eyes. I really like that one video with those little that fairy ring you did. I thought that was actually pretty cool. Definitely going to steal some of those ideas. I really should have put a fresh blade in before I started this, but I was a little too busy pimping out the latest the Roper video on Facebook and all the different Discords. Man, yeah, I really should have put a new fresh blade on. I will before I do any cuts that really actually matter. Of course, I may not even wind up doing 5. I don't know, but got them all stacked and ready to start shaping. And of course, there's a wonderful trash can. Yeah, I could use this stuff for other stuff, but yeah. So, this is part of the process. Clean up, blah, blah, blah. Oh, dirty basement terrain, dirty ass coffee. But, oh, yeah. Actually thinking I'm going to wind up doing is to make like a rock, kind of a dirty rock stone texture like I did with the mushrooms. Oh, boats and rafts. Cool. Oh, shit, cool. Are you making a video for it, or? Because I actually enjoy watching your videos. You see, this is just a matter of kind of semi-rough shape. Oh, man. Live stream brought to you by cheap ass webcam bought off of Temu. Yes, Temu, the people where you buy cheap generic crap. But hey, I buy a lot of stuff off of Temu, and anyone's like, oh no, that's just all knockoff crap. It's like, guess what? It's cheap knockoff crap. That's why we're buying it, because it's cheap. Well, if it doesn't work that great, well, then we're not out of a lot of money. Let's see. Like this, I can actually, if I cut it like that, I can leave it right here, have a little ledge. I could put stuff down there, or I could move it over like that, and then have it kind of like off the edge there. Leave yourself options when you're making your stuff. Don't, at least for something like this. I mean, obviously, if you're doing a boat, you're kind of, but when you're doing like nature stuff, like I'm doing right now, just don't put yourself restrictions on yourself with anything. Just go for it. Because let's face it, we're all playing fantasy, and it's a fantasy world. You don't have to obey any natural rules or laws or whatever. It's do whatever you want. Like I said, said that on the stream that I was on with Dungeon Ministers. Like, it's fantasy. The rules don't apply. You can do whatever you want. You want to make a 10-foot tall mushroom? Make a 10-foot tall mushroom. Like I said, I'm just trying to get some rough shaping to this. And don't think I'm actually planning anything right now. No, I'm not. I'm just winging it. I have a sketch, like a little, oh God, spiral. With I have a little notepad that I actually kind of like write down ideas and give like really rough sketches. But I'll tell you what. Have I done stuff out of that book? Oh yeah, absolutely I have. But there those ideas that I write down are only like really rough ideas. They're not meant to be the final product. I do what I like to refer to as scatterbrain technique with crafting. Bubbles and what? Oh, okay. The last time I actually saw anyone use googly eyes, someone bought the really big ones and put them on some statue, and now, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. Except for the bubbles in DNC, the bubbles for like ponds and stuff. I used. I don't know if I put them away or not. I think I may have those little hemispherical stickers I get at the Dollar Tree because I'm going to be painting over it anyway. So, you know, that's going to drive me nuts. Where did I put those? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I put them where they belong, so I'm never going to find them. But yeah, the same little hemispherical stickers I stick on the tops of the mushrooms. I use those for bubbles because, like I said, it's going to be painted over anyway. But and water and slime, oh, that's not a bad idea, huh? I have to remember that. Anyway, here's something like really rough, just generalized, sort of, kind of in a way. I said, this is just none of this is meant to be permanent or no plans. What was I talking about earlier? Oh yeah, my notepad. Look, I get an idea and I'll scribble it down in there. But none of the ideas in there are like, this is how it has to be. And it's like, most of the stuff I do is, or, well, like I was trying to say earlier, scatterbrain technique. Is like, I start off with a general idea of what I want. But then by the time I'm done with the project, I have changed and gone back and forth so much that it looks nothing like what I originally intended. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit, but the basic project, like, no, looks very different from what the original idea was. But as you can see here, I'm just carving out rough shapes, and I may not get. I may not get past this. I mean, I said I'm only this far, and we're already what 18 minutes in. So, but again, of course, I'm also finding having I have to talk in this. What? Yeah. Let's see. Here's what a lot of the times what I do is like I was like, don't know. See, if I hold something and stare at it for more than 5 seconds, I got to do something to it because I know I'm not going to be happy with it. I just leave it as is. Does that sound a little weird? Maybe, but it's true. And then I'll just cut some more away. And here's another thing: it's like, yeah, I'm cutting a lot of small pieces off, but once that big, if you cut big pieces off, you might cut too much off. So just stick with small pieces. It's just easier. Flip. Oh yeah. This is mainly just for, like I said before, this is just for, what do you call it? You know what? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well, doesn't matter. Well, and Dungeon Matron, if you do watch this eventually, yes, this phone did come from the pictures I posted. So I work in real life. I work in construction, and I get a lot of my phone for free because in different of course I'm in the construction industry, so a lot of foam this our insulation foam gets used, but not every last little bit and piece gets used, and there's always offcuts which I can just pick up or pick up off the ground or pull out of the dumpster. So I have not paid for foam in a very very long time. I get mine for free essentially. That's why you can see me using these big thick pieces, because it gets cold where I'm at during the winter. So certain requirements means thicker foam for insulation. Yeah, free's always best. Yeah, that'll work. If I ain't got to pay for it, I'm not paying for it. All right. See you in a bit. I'll probably still be here. Oh man. Let's see here. Ah, okay. Have I really been streaming that long? Yeah, I've been lucky lately. I just recently just got a big old pile of 3-inch foam, and I'll tell you what, that is. I think that for a 4x8 sheet, that's like, last time I actually looked at it in the store, I think it was like $60 for a sheet of 3-inch thick foam. And I get it for free. So, of course, I also have the room to store a big stockpile of it too, and that's a big help. I mean, if I wanted to, I could store it here in the basement, but I store it out in my garage, which I have. So, garage gets used for everything but a car. This wasn't so bad. Yeah, I definitely, before I stop, I want to be at a good point, or good stopping point. Really. So a lot of times I'll also do this. I'll just randomly have stuff pause while I'm carving and just look at it and try and picture it in my head, if that makes any sense. And hopefully I like the picture I see in my head. Sometimes that's what's in my head's kind of scary, especially if it involves baby dolls. Oh man. I just didn't think I'd even get this far. No, that works. Well, no. Cut a few chunks out here. So help me out in a later step if I do this. And I'll give you a little sneak peek of it. For those who weren't on my Discord, of course, no one's really watching this right now, but here's a little sneak peek of my next video. Still got a lot of work to do, but and I'm not telling you what they are. If you want to know what those are, go to the Discord. Okay. Yeah, that works. 2 more to go. Whew. Yeah, I should have turned the fan on. Ooh, man, coffee is talking back to me. Definitely. So we'll see. You know what I was thinking? I was like, I thought I would have a. I know I've been doing a lot of mindless rambling, but I honestly thought I would be spending long periods of saying not a single thing. So this rambling's better than nothing. Because I only decided to do this live stream last night. Like, hey, wait, I got this new camera. I can do a stream easy. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, I don't go out anymore. So, let's see here. Yeah, that looks okay. Thin this out a little bit. But again, I only plan. This is a project that will only get worked on during these live streams. So, actually, coming along pretty good. So, I really can't complain. Well, I can complain all I want, but I'm not going to. Methinks, yeah. So if you actually wind up watching this mindless rambling, oh, thanks, man. So if you're watching this mindless rambling after the fact, after live, what the hell was I going to say? Damn it, I just had a brain cramp. I hate that. Yeah, this is being done in a very similar method as I did for the bases on those mushrooms. Not decided on the final position of that one, but we can move them around easily enough. One more. Then I can go to the next step. I honestly would want to do like about. If I was just doing this with no camera, no nothing, I would probably do. I would do these 5, maybe 6, but then I would also do a lot of jungle terrain that these would easily fit in. But for right now, I'm just doing the monsters, the plant monsters themselves. How would I stat these out? I don't have a clue. Figure that out later. I'm gonna have to stat them for EZD6. So. Because I don't really have to stat them for right now because my group kind of went. So. You know, life and stuff getting in the way. Now, were you talking about these bases, or are you talking about the Roper video that just came out? Either way, yes, thank you. Yeah. Let's see here. Still gotta shave a little off. General idea with these is like have a couple of the mouths on each mound, and then use a bunch of these Dollar Tree tentacles. Yeah, definitely gonna carve a little extra off of this. Almost like the whole mound itself is alive, because I'm not just gonna have the tentacles coming from around the mouths, but all over the little mounds. So at least that's the thought at the moment. So. Here. Yeah, that's good. Whew. Man, I really should have turned the fan on. It's starting to get hot in this basement. That's 6. Yeah. So yeah, I did 5 bases. Went from this to this and this in about half an hour. So like I said, real time crafting. I think that's what I like about doing the crafters meetups on Dungeon Matrons page. It's real time crafting and BS sessions. Alright, now I want to start putting some extra texture in these. Yay! Now, granted, most people use these little brass wire brushes for like wood grain and stuff like that. I do use them, but very sparingly. I like to use a plastic grout brush. it doesn't make, it still makes a bit of a mess, but nowhere near the amount that the wire brush does. So, and you still get the same effect. As go from this. Oh man, it's so bright. Look at that. You can see all the lines right here. But yeah, I mean, this is just almost like a going for a sedimentary rock. It has all these different layer lines and stuff in it. And I just like the way it looks, honestly. Hey, BGD, how the hell you doing? Oh, good drink. Dirty coffee mug. Perfect for a dirty basement. Oh, yeah. The thing I like about using the plastic grout brush is you can really dig into it. And like I said, here, you dig with this, and it just starts tearing, as you can see. The plastic brush, it doesn't tear. Oh, sweet. Awesome. What are you crafting, man? Now, if I want to dig into it, I'm going to use the wire brush. If I don't want to really dig deep into it, I use the plastic grout brush. So actually, you know what? I do kind of want to dig, so I just didn't want to make all the mess. Ugh. Yeah, BG. Basically, these live crafting sessions. The whole idea is to basically do live in real time crafting, but I'm only going to build a project here that is only going to be done during these live crafting sessions. So like I'd already said this that yeah, if you're watching my on here, you know how long it takes, but I just want to actually have it recorded how long it takes. So, like, if someone who comes along and watches one of my shorter videos says, "Oh yeah, that's not true," and then they try and make something, they're like, "Oh man, it took this long to make it." No, I want someone to know what they're getting into time wise. And I'm also trying to avoid using hot wire. Second Empire Mansion from one of my favorite cult. Oh, oh! So you're trying to build a basic Nor, like the 30s and 20s, 30s, and 40s kind of feel to it. I don't play Call of Cthulhu, so I'm really not 100% on. But again, as you can see here, it looks like a bunch of layers on top of it. I think once I get past this stage, it's a good stop point for the night. because I have been up a very long time. So I think from now on, Friday evening crafting sessions. Oh yeah. I don't know. No, I do know. Yeah, lines. Sometimes this just digs into it. That's why a little more than I want. Very hard to control sometimes. Oh well. Once I Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, there are times where some of the crafting can be, well, mind-numbingly boring, but there's ways to get away from it. The boring part is like I'm usually either most of the times I'm watching someone else's video while I'm crafting because, well, I do all my crafting down here in the basement, so. But yeah, well, let's face it, like that house I built for Dungeon Minister to help him out with Claricon. I mean, that chimney was massive, and that was all individual bricks. And you'll hear people say brickwork can be mind-numbingly boring, but it can also be kind of relaxing. Just put something on and just brick. You know, not as bad as what it sounds like. Ow. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't use that damn thing. The wires keep poking me. This isn't so bad when it pokes you. Also, the plastic does make less of a mess. I need to get a new one. This one's a little beat up. But yeah. Man, I really need to get in my game store soon. Buy myself a birthday present. That's coming up. And it'll come Tuesday. My next paycheck, I'm definitely ordering myself some birthday presents. And maybe I'll hit Next Level Miniatures and do some shopping. Was working on their Basilisk earlier. Oh yeah, that hurts like hell. The Next Level Basilisk, working on a pair of them. I'll start doing highlights probably tomorrow morning. Do a quick dry brush and maybe a highlighter to it. Yeah. And like I said, No paying. Plastic better, but still does the job. Screw it. I know it's my couple quick brushes after all that work with the plastic one. What else I got working on? Oh yeah. Also got these are also on the table. Two of them. So I definitely got a couple fires going here. Oh, man. Two more. Honestly, for all that I've gotten done, it hasn't really been that much time. It's only been, I think maybe 45 minutes of actual crafting. Of course, normally I putz around a lot when I'm crafting, so to get to this point, it might normally take me like an hour and a half. Because I do procrastinate. When I said I putz around, screw around on Discord. Get distracted by the video I have on. Oh, that's not bad. But yeah, I mean, this shows it's like gone from this point to this point with three completely to that point in 45 minutes. Yeah, definitely. I think I'll be ordering another one of these for my birthday. I am also looking forward to the first weekend in November. Going to Fall in Gettysburg. It's Historical Miniature Gaming Society. They're doing a convention. My interest in historical miniatures has been getting relatively peaked lately, especially like some of the knights and stuff. And it's like there's a lot of the historical miniatures you can easily slide into fantasy play, especially like the medieval ancients and stuff like that. So definitely going to do some shopping. And they also have like a flea market at these conventions that, oh man, I've gotten such good deals at these conventions in the flea market that. And it's only like a 45-minute drive from my house if I hit a lot of red lights. Let me think here. If I turn, I take a right, take a left, left, and right. Yeah, that's it. Let me think here. I turn right out of my driveway, right onto another road. Yeah, I'm going left on another road. Oh, damn it. Driveway, road. Right, left, right. 4 turns to get to this convention. I mean, that's how hard it is to get to my house from my house with this one. It's literally that easy. Now, granted, it's a long distance. It's a decent distance. Well, only about a 45-minute drive, like I said. But yeah, it's Historical Miniatures Gaming Society, and it's called Fall In, and it's in first weekend in November. So definitely gonna go check out, just see, and get a lot of ideas for terrain and different stuff like that. See some friends that I only see at conventions. Enjoy myself. All right, almost. I do enjoy going. I do enjoy going to the historic. There's 3 of these conventions that are within a reasonable distance of my home. Let's see. One's in Gettysburg, the one I'm going to next. Then I think in March there's one in Lancaster County, which is about half hour from where I live. Then there's one in the summer, Historicon, which is in Lancaster City, and that takes me about maybe 45 minutes if I hit heavy traffic to get there. But yeah, it is. I mean, it's historical. It's a historical convention, but there's always like sci-fi and fantasy games going on. Not a lot of no real role playing going on, but there's a dealer hall. Like I said, most of my money gets spent in the flea market. I think this last time I went, I actually didn't spend that much money. I think I spent like $150 in the flea market, and I just wound up with so much crap. They're all goodies and stuff. I don't think I spent a dime in the dealer hall. And I think I've been looking at the Victrix miniatures, and I'm trying to remember all the other manufacturers. But the Victrix, they have like I'm not wanting to. I think they look cool, and I want them, so I'm gonna buy some. But if you're like into Warhammer Old World, they have these knights that look so spot on for the Bretonnians. But with the Bretonnians, you can get, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 knights for $55. But if you go and get the mounted knights from Victrix, you can get 18 knights for $44. So, I'm just saying. I mean, as long as you're not playing in any official GW events, who cares? I forget who I was talking to. I says, like, proxying. Then we went the advent of 3D printers and all this other, all these different manufacturers. Like, proxying is just, it's going to happen. And I said, unless you're not at an official event, pretty much anything can go. Wow. I think that is it for the night. Can't say it was like, went from this to this in about 50 minutes for 5 of these. So, I was like, it did not actually seem like it was that long. Because, yeah, I was basically mindless ramblings at times, but this is what it, if you can spend like an hour crafting every once in a while, you can get a decent amount done. Yeah, it may not seem like it at the end of the day, but this was a lot of work, and it honestly, to me, it really did fly by. Well, thank you, BGD. I appreciate that. But once you get into it, it's like when you get into a groove, it's like you're really not gonna notice how long of a time you're taking because if you like making terrain, you're gonna enjoy it, and time will fly. So, well, I will be here next week, I guess. Maybe earlier, but definitely I'll be doing this on Fridays. So I think yeah, definitely do this next Friday. I just don't know what exactly I'll be doing. Yeah, I got a whole week to think about what the next step is going to be. So, all right, hey, Dungeon Chronics, if you're still on, thanks for being here. BGD or BGD, thanks for being here as well. Appreciate it, everything, guys. All right, hey, thanks a lot. Have a good weekend, guys. Later.